Welcome everyone. One of the biggest problems that I hear from hunting and fishing guides is how to increase bookings without spending lots of money. In these next few minutes, I'm going to be showing you one of the top free tools available to guides that will help you increase your bookings and improve your efficiency. My name is Scott with Guide Hunting, and you can find more resources like this at guidehunting.com. Now let's get started. The first thing I want you to think about is how you're currently keeping track of your customers. When someone books a guide trip, do you write down their information on a written logbook? Do you store it in Outlook, or do you store it in your phone? When customers book for a special event such as a birthday or anniversary, are you tracking that information to be able to follow up with it in the future? The tool I'm going to show you today solves the problem of efficiently keeping track of a record of your customers' booking information, and it's completely free. The service is called ZOHO.com, so let's go ahead and visit the service here now. So it's www.zoho.com. So now you can see that we are on the ZOHO website, and when you first log in, you're going to actually have the option to register. In my case, I'm already registered, but again, for your case, what you'll do is you'll go to the registration page, you'll fill out your name and address and email address, and it'll register you for an account. Now, it will bring up a few different options for accounts to set up. There's a free option, and then there's a couple different paid options. The free option is actually kind of towards the bottom of the page. Just go ahead and select that. The paid options are great, but to get you started, the free option is going to be more than sufficient. On the next page, you're going to go ahead and hit CRM, and that means Customer Relationship Management. We click on that. And now this kind of brings us to our main page here, what you'll typically be looking at and using when you're interacting with your customers. And the tab that we're going to be focusing on today is called Leads. And essentially, this is where all your customers are tracked. So we click on Leads, and you can see here I already have a customer lead, a few customers' leads entered in here. Basically just meaning names of customers that you're interacting with who have already either booked with you or are potentially booking with you. So what we'll do is we're going to go ahead and hit New Lead. And now you can see we have a whole bunch of fields that we're going to be able to fill out on the customer to help us keep track of them and follow up with them. This service does work for businesses as well, so you can, if you have a business name that you're working with, let's say it's for a work party, you can enter that. Otherwise, if it is a customer's name, you can just go ahead and type that here too, because it is a required field. So I'm going to say that this customer is Scott Johnson. Scott Johnson too, because I might already have one in here. First name over here is Scott. Oops. Scott, last name is Johnson too. So we get the first name, last name, company entered in there. We also want to put the email address. Okay, we get that entered, and then the phone number. So those are all kind of the most important things to enter. Also down here at the bottom, we will also have the street address to enter. I definitely recommend getting that as well in case you want to follow up with your customers via a postcard or something like that in the future. Now we can go ahead and click Save. And now you can see that we've already created a customer. So this is the first customer that we've entered here, and we have a customer account created. So we're already well on our way to following up with this customer. Now what we're going to do is go ahead and click back to Leads. And now you can see we have Scott Johnson too entered in here. So we have another lead. So we're going to go back into this customer that we're interacting with on the phone. And I want to actually put down why we're talking to them or what the reason is that they called. So we've got the record created. I'm scrolling down, and you'll find this section called Notes for this lead. And here is a great place to be able to type information about the booking. So we're going to say Scott on August 22nd. So Scott called to book a trip for him and his wife on August 22nd. This is for their 10th anniversary, which is August 20th. So, we put down the reason that the trip is for. This is great information to be able to remember down the road, and we'll go ahead and hit Save. So now we can see again the reason why they're booking, the date that they're booking for. Again, great information as we go forward. Now what we can do is we could send them an email. So we could send them an email to confirm their booking. So I just clicked, I'm gonna go back here real quick, I hit send email. And now I can type in the subject, so thank you for booking. Thank you for booking. I'm looking forward to seeing you on August 22nd. And we can go ahead and hit send. So now that email has been sent to them. And what's nice is you can scroll down here to the bottom, and actually you can see that there's now a record created of that email we sent. So we can click on this blue hyperlink, thank you for booking, and we can see the exact email and what we sent to that customer. Just sometimes it's great to be able to refer back to that down the road. Now, a booking confirmation email might be something that you're sending regularly. So what you can actually do is create a template. So I'm going to go in here under setup, and I'm going to go down to templates. And basically what a template is if you're often booking new customers, you can create a template so it makes typing this email going forward much easier. So we're going to call this template name booking. Oops. Booking confirmation. So the template name is what you'll see when you go in and select this to send it to customers. And then the subject we're going to call this is what the subject that the customers will see. Thank you for booking. Okay, so that's the subject title that they'll see when they receive it. Now, one nice thing about creating a template is you can have it automatically enter pieces of information that you already put in on the customer. So we're going to select leads, and basically the reason we have to select leads is those are the account types we're working with, as I showed you at the beginning. And now we're going to select a field, and so we want their first name to always show up first. So what you do is you drop down and hit first name, and you just copy and paste in this value right here. So it's automatically going to say their first name. I'm going to put a comma. We're looking forward to taking you on your guided trip. Now here's where the templates are really nice. So we could create this template to say booking date. We'll type that in there. We're going to say address. So this is where you can put your business address. And actually, we'll put that in now. Oops. Bass Lake Road, Minnesota, 55555. So that's your address. That's something you always want to show there. We're going to say cost, or trip cost. And then deposit. So let's say you always collect a 50% deposit. So we're going to say 50%. Okay, so this is great information to be able to send to the customer. As you can see, your address is always going to be the same, and the deposit, if your policy is 50% deposit, that always will show up there. So now we're going to go ahead and hit save. And I'm going to go back to our leads on the top. And so now I can go back to this Scott Johnson that we created. And rather than having to, recreate the wheel every time we want to communicate with a customer, or if they, every time we get a new booking, we can just hit send mail. And under this email template section up top, you can drop it down to the booking confirmation one. And so that automatically drops in the information from the template we just made. And it says, the lead's first name, thank you for booking with us. And now we can put in the booking date. And then the trip cost, let's just say it was $300. Oops. So now you can see the only thing I had to type new was actually the booking date and the trip cost. So it just saves a lot of time going forward. It also helps with consistency to ensure that you're communicating the same information with every single customer. And now we hit send. And so now that email went out to that customer, and we're going to come down here to the bottom and we're going to check this email that was just sent. And you can see it automatically put in the customer's first name, it put in all this information, and it sent them this consistent message. So as you can see, there's a lot of neat ways that you can use this tool to help you improve your efficiency and track your customers. It's a tool I've been using for over a year now, and again, it's completely free. There are some, paid services with it that you can upgrade to in the future, but the free services worked well for me, and definitely a great place to start as you track your customers. And ultimately, tracking your customers will help you improve your referrals and repeat business down the road. So I hope this was useful. Again, visit ZOHO.com to sign up for this service, and it's completely free. If you have more questions on this, visit www.guidehunting.com. Thank you.